going on, world? It's your host, Whitmore Merrick, with the Freedom for Felons podcast. And today's guest is my homeboy, my friend, brother from another, Ricco Harris, a.k.a. Suavito. Come on, Guapo Jones.
Yeah.
A.k.a. ETC. It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Catch up.
It's a lot of them, man.
Mr.
What's
Style.
up, man?
How you doing, bro? Welcome home, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Good to be home, for sure.
I know that's a fact, man. We've been waiting on you. I know a lot of your family has been waiting on you. It's been a long time coming, but you finally here, man. And like I said, I'm happy to see you here, bro. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And I know it's been a lot of trials and tribulations, and we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about, how it was in there for you, your transitioning, your upcoming, a little bit of all of that. Right. We definitely may have to do a part 2 because it's a long story. You know what I mean? So, but if you want to just go ahead and introduce yourself on your own to the world, and just how your life has been in these few months of you being released and transitioning, kind of overall, like how you feeling right now, bro?
All right, man. It's my name Ricco Harris. I go by, as my man says, a lot of handles out there: Suave, Guapo Jones, Swizzy, King Brigate, on and on and on. Sure. But I've been home since officially May 16th, but I was on the ankle monitor for like 45 days before that. My transition has been, I would say, not seamless, but it's been a good transition. I've attacked it head on. I wasn't passive with my transition. I was very aggressive with finding employment and finding things to keep me busy, and just the things that I said I was going to do when I was incarcerated. I came out here and tried to put my best foot forward and jump right into those and don't have too much idle time.
Man, I commend you on that for sure, because I work in the reentry field where I see a lot of brothers and people that are very stagnant, but I understand, we got to meet them where they're at. But let's talk a little bit about your upcoming, you know what I mean? Were you born and raised in Charlottesville?
Yes, I was born and raised in Charlottesville.
All right. How would you say, like, your overall household and upcoming is? Because, like, did you have your mother and father, when you were younger at some point, or was it how was that? If you want to explain to the audience so they can get to know you a little bit better as a person.
Yeah. Well, as far as my upbringing, as a young kid, I lived with my grandma until I was about 10, and around that time, my father was released from prison, and we started to build a relationship, which was a great thing. Our relationship was like it was seamless. Like when he came home, he came and got me. We spent time together. Him and my mom tried to create their relationship, which didn't work, but they still very close to this day.
That's important.
And they co-parented very well. You know what I'm saying? So I did have my mom and my father in my life after the age of 10, but before that, I stayed with my grandmother and my uncle and my aunt.
Definitely. Because I definitely was going to touch on your grandparents. Did you have a grandfather as well in your life?
No, I did not have a grandfather in my life. My grandfather on my dad's side passed away.
I'm sorry.
And I didn't really know my grandfather on my mother's side. You know what I'm saying? I know who he was, and you know what I'm saying, but I just didn't. He wasn't present in my life as a youth. You know what I'm saying? So it was mainly females in my life, aunts and cousins and mom and sister. You know what I'm saying? Until my dad came about. You know what I mean?
Like we say, by design.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man. That's dope, though, to definitely have your grandmother. I had my grandmother. I can attest to that. I never had my grandfather. Heard some stories of him, but I think that's definitely important, you know what I mean? Especially when you're younger, like learning now in life how that can affect, mold you kind of. Yeah, you know what I mean? For sure. So your children, how many children do you have? And you know, like how has your relationships been transitioned, like coming out and things like that? If you want to.
Well, my oldest daughter, Ricco, she's 25. She just turned 25 last week. My next child is Madison. She's 12. She'll be 13 in October. And my youngest is my son, Valentino, who is 9. As far as my relationship upon transition, my oldest child, she grown, so we can talk to each other as such. You know what I'm saying? So we got a pretty good relationship. And my son, I try to spend as much time with him as I can because, as we just discussed, males in the household or males being present in our life as a youth was absent. So I'm trying to fill that void. You know what I'm saying? So
got to.
And Madison, she's just a sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? She's just a sweetheart one, the quiet
Baby
one,
girl.
the chill one. You know what I'm saying? The middle one, and great in school, like to read. So
That's a blessing.
She's at the age where I can text her back and forth. We communicate with each other too, with not as much communication with the mother, even though I do communicate with their moms. We cool, so.
And I know you're a communicator.
Yeah.
So we'll touch a little bit on that, but like just how it was on the inside too, a little bit, but like just wanted to touch on how that experience was, because I know it's been how long was it?
It was 8.5
Yeah,
years.
so that's a long time, definitely, of course.
And my son's only 9, so
Yeah.
The math, he was only 6 months when I left, so it's a lot of time missing, a lot of things to be done in that area.
For sure. I know you spoke on your experience with your father being incarcerated. I had a question that was, who was the first person that you knew to get incarcerated, and kind of how that affected you? So that's kind of perfect. I mean, I'm sure you knew other people, but I'm sure that affected you the most. So if you can remember how you maybe felt, or what you maybe first thought, if you could share any of that.
As a kid,
it's hard, right?
Honestly, like the first person that affected me as far as getting incarcerated was my aunt, because she was in the household with me when I was younger. Because I never really met my dad before his release. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but upon him being released, like I said, it was just like boom, 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 and then we was like locked in.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like we just was locked in. It was like it wasn't no resentment from my mom, wasn't no resentment from me, because I was at the age I was 9 or 10 years old, so I don't even know what resentment is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
And I couldn't miss what I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the opportunity presented itself for us to get that bond, and that's what we did, and we still got it to this day, like tight.
And that was still super early.
Yeah,
so
it still was. I'm grateful.
People that
you know what I'm
never
saying?
had,
and for a small period of time to be living in the household with both of them, mom and father, was a great thing. It was a great experience. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, much love to Pops. We're going to touch on Pops a lot, and shout out to Mom Dukes for sure too.
But definitely,
most definitely. Some strong women out here.
Man, I'm a proponent for strong women, man. I support them. I got 2 daughters. Like I said, I was raised around women. My aunts are strong women. My mom's are strong. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So
I came from the same too.
I'm gonna push that narrative that strong women are at the top of the family dynamic for me. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, yeah. And women can, definitely help raise a man. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of things that we have to learn on our own, of course.
Absolutely.
That's just life anyway. But yeah, so you touched on your aunt, like, I guess what I be kind of like trying to think, I guess like, so maybe your aunt that was a little bit younger, but like maybe like a friend, like, or something like that, like when you first heard about how their experience, or maybe even just your own first experience just being incarcerated.
My own first experience was wild. Like, it was juvenile.
How old were you?
I probably was like 13, maybe 14.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then
so
back
fresh
then,
in Buford.
Yeah, and then back then, you ain't going to Blue Ridge. You going all the way to Stanton, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you taking that ride. That shit like an hour.
Be Friday. It was like
man.
Locked in for the weekend.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So it was like a traumatic experience for real, because you going somewhere different. You young, from the hood. You ain't been nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You 13, 14. Where you been?
You
Kings
been in the mountains.
You been to Kings and Million. That's it with the rec league. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't been nowhere else. You with the rec center. But it was a traumatic experience for me. But around that time, honestly, like all the dudes I was hanging with was catching little juvenile bids. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I don't want to say it felt like I was supposed to be doing that, but it just felt like that's how it was. You're going to go to juvenile.
I didn't mean to cut you off either, but I just wanted to get that experience because you're one of the first people that I heard say that. But like being real, like it's crazy how much we like kind of just ain't
just let it go. Like this what happened.
Care. We out here like because you was in there with all your friends too. Like and it's not glorifying at all. It was just like a big ass sleepover. You're like, damn, my bro down there, everybody down there, everybody that you know. And then we started talking about that high school to prison pipeline, and then you start really factoring in why that was, which is not funny at all.
No.
You know what I mean? But I kind of wanted to just hear your experience, like, and how that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was real young. You know what I mean?
Definitely young. Going upstate 2 and 3 times, like it's been a journey for real into the institutional process for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like this institution, that institution, to the point where I don't even like going to hospitals because it feel like an institution. You know what I'm saying?
Is
like
an institution.
It's just
different.
So yeah, it's been a journey as far as me with institutions and doing time, man. It's been a long time coming. Yeah.
So, like, would you say, was it, with your experience, was it what you thought it was going to be?
No. Honestly, no. It was, for me, it was more easy to handle. And I guess, now thinking about it now, in hindsight, like, that's probably what made me not really care as much about doing shit to get in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I got locked up the first time as a juvenile and I handled it, came home, wasn't no repercussions for real. Like, I'm still on probation, but so what? I'm still trying to figure out a way to, like, circumvent that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, it definitely wasn't what I expected it to be. It wasn't as punitive as I expected it to be. It was, like, easy going for real. Like, honestly.
And I think that's by design, of course.
I mean, it was by design. You're definitely true about that, especially at that stage of early on incarceration as a juvenile. They giving you candy and shit on Fridays. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga ain't getting no Snicker bars and shit out there. Nigga going to GoCo and get a chicken bar. Nigga ain't buying no Snicker bar. You going to buy some food. You feel me? Like, they giving you candy, giving you pancakes. Miss Maple fixes you pancakes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Letting you get seconds.
Trying to get you comfortable.
Yeah, like, it was nothing that I expected. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, damn. So, yeah, for sure. So how much time altogether have you spent? Have you ever calculated that?
Institutions?
Yeah.
10, 8.5.
Or just like start from the first period of being incarcerated. Yeah.
Easy a dub. Easy 20. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm only 43.
You know what I mean? Some people be going to be looking at this and be like, "How? That's crazy. How old are you?"
You know what I mean?
You know what
like,
I mean?
Easy 20 years.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, as I think about this a lot, like when I think about it, I don't ever really like narrow it down to like this number, but I'm like I'm only this age and I done been in institutions that much. Like, you can almost never reach your potential with that much of your time taken away. You know what I'm saying? So
where
it just makes it more
crunch time.
Crunch time. It's emergency now. Bring the buzzer. Yeah.
Doing everything.
All my moves have to count.
For sure.
Heavy motion every way.
For sure. You spend so much time. I mean, this is probably kind of hard to. No, it might not be, but hard question. But how would you say overall you managed your time?
I get this question a lot, and I never get lost in it. I never get lost. I never lose who I am. I never, as we say, I don't be late. Like I'm not one of them late ones. Like I'm up on stuff. You feel what I'm saying? I keep myself involved in what's to be involved in as far as the real world and, you know, trying to stay abreast of everything that's going on, whether it be sports, politics, culture, you know what I'm saying? Just to be aware.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How much did you risk for that? Was it hard?
Absolutely. I risked a lot. I got caught a lot, did a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
but them experiences, like, especially this last go around, them experiences and dealing with what I had to deal with to take the chances to continue to be myself and continue to push forward as who I am, them experiences put me at this point right here where I'm like, I can do this the way I'm supposed to do this. You know what I'm saying?
That segued right into my next question. It was like how it overall impacted your life.
I mean, it impacted my life as now I actually realize, like, you know, they say the easy way this, the easy way that, you know, that shit ain't the easy way.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
They kind of make you feel like that when you because you can contribute and
feel like you free. It feel like you got freedom to do what you want. You go where you want.
It's hard though.
But on the back end is all that matter. We know that now when we get to this age. Like, it's like when you doing music, nigga want that back end. Mm-hmm. That's important. You got to worry about the back end. You know what I'm saying? Now on this back end, once you get caught and in them situations and in them positions where you got to make decisions, life-altering decisions, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not the easy way. It's the rough road. You feel me? Like, the easy way is the guys that been out here them 20 years I was gone. You feel me? Like, that's the easy way. That's the great way. You know what I mean?
It don't get no easier. Easier.
Like,
you know what I mean? I know that for sure. I know I don't like being told what to do. So once I really realized that, how much I like to sleep in my bed and not make my bed up if I want to and stuff like that. Like not be waking up for you know what I mean? It was a lot of things that I said to myself in my last bed that I did not never want to have to do again.
Absolutely.
And
that's
stood on it too.
That's a big part of growth and like self-awareness is your self-talk. What you telling yourself? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What are you telling yourself? Like, are you telling yourself that you don't have to do these things? Or are you telling yourself that it's cool for me to do that? I can get away with this? Because whatever you're telling yourself is what you're gonna eventually do.
Yeah.
No matter how much you try to avoid it, if you keep telling yourself you can get away with something, you're gonna keep doing it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So your self-talk has to be a certain way for you to progress in a different way. Like, you can't do different stuff if you're telling yourself the same thing that you was telling yourself before the situation.
Exactly. And I want to say, like, that's why I commend your father so much, Deucey, Eddie Harris, for those that may not know. He's definitely a mentor and a lot of things to me, too. And, like, when he started the Real Dads program and he came into the jail, I was one of his first people in the program, and the information that he gave me is priceless. You know what I mean? And it's legendary. Like, it sat with me for sure. And like that perspective, you know what I mean, was everything for sure. I want to talk about like your preparation from being released. You know what I mean? Because I work in reentry, and I've been in the state. I haven't been in the federal system. And I know that there are reentry programs. But I know that a lot of people do not touch those reentry programs that are kicked out here. Basically kicked out to the curb, to the world. You know what I mean? So I just want to get your insight on what was at where you were at, and how did you get in? How was your preparation, and if you went through reentry?
As far as my reentry preparation, my release was sooner than expected. You know what I'm saying? So my reentry process, it was sped up in a sense, but it definitely was slowed down. It could have been faster than what it needed to be, but I'm a strategizing type of individual. I'm a preparative type of person. So before I even knew that I was going to be released earlier, I was already preparing to like, okay, what I need to do this when I get out. What I need to do that when I get out. I want to do this when I get out. What's the steps I got to take? So I'm gathering information on my own. As I said, you know, I took chances to be able to do that.
Yeah.
To gather information on my own, which paid dividends. I can't even remember that time in the hole from getting caught with a phone. You know what I'm saying? But now I can remember what it got for me. Exactly. It got me the information I need to be able to take the welding classes at PVCC. It got me the information I need to be able to communicate with a good friend of mine, Jamie Rush, to have me some employment in place upon release. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it gave me them opportunities. So that 30, 60, 90 days in the hole was well worth me being able to come out here and put my best foot forward, gain employment, do things that I wanted to do, achieve things that I wanted to achieve early on in my release. So
yeah,
my reentry process was pretty good. I can't lie. Things have been, they have been on task for where they supposed to be in my eyes. I couldn't be mad.
But you set yourself up for success.
Yeah.
The system did not nearly as much as you did for yourself. So that's kind of where I was like, so you didn't get to like go into a different pod.
Well, I did. Did you? I went to. I didn't get to go to a halfway house per se. I went to a jail that's considered a halfway house.
So the jail, was it a program?
It was like, it's they got state and federal inmates there. It's Riverside down there in Petersburg. And I mean, it was like the resources they offer you, like they give you the basics, Medicaid, things like that, which are useful.
Yeah.
Coming home
you
to get yourself right. If you need eyeglasses, you need dental appointments, like they set you up with that immediately, which is a great thing. And I took advantage of those things while I was there. And they also, like, they give you a little bit of structure being in a setting that's not where you was just at. Like, you still got structure, you still got to answer to somebody, but it's not as much. You got freedom to move around. You can use your phone. You go out in the community, shop, try to find a job, things like that. So, but you still have somewhere to be at a certain time. So it's still structure. So it's like taking the reins off a little bit to reintegrate you into society without just lightning. Like, that could be a traumatic experience for certain people. You know, some people are built different. So, I mean, I appreciate that process as well. Like, I was only there for maybe 3 weeks. Then I went to the home electronic monitoring, which is another part of reentry.
Yeah.
You know, that really taught me to learn to be able to sit down.
Honestly, now that you touched on home monitoring, just for everybody to know, like, that's bigger than reentry. To be honest, that's the way that a lot of people should be serving their time right now. And that's a fact, because statistics showed, and during the pandemic, like, the jail, they didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
I know, and you can touch on that if you want to too. The pandemic was crazy. But like they were forcing people out. They had to let people go. And so our program, Home to Hope, was helping people connect with HEI. My coworker, Stacy Washington, and a couple others were a part of that, right, with ACRJ. And the thing is like, y'all saw that it worked, so why not use it? Because mental health is crazy. Everybody can attest to that.
Absolutely.
And it definitely comes from in there. You know what I mean? Stuff on the outside can factor in too, but just being locked in like that over all that time, like even now, I still learn certain effects that came from that.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely, it's a lot of PTSD involved in that. And like you said, being locked in them cells, especially when you locked in a cell and you ain't doing nothing to deserve it. You know, you don't have the control over the environment or viruses or stuff like that. And for them to make everything so punitive behind the wall is like, it was really like a disservice to people with mental health issues and dealing with things, and, you know, people that lost people in them situations during that time, like, and not to be able to call, you know, because you locked down. Like, it was a bad time, you know, and like you said, it brought light to the fact that home electronic monitoring is a tool that was rarely used.
Yeah.
That was working. You know what I'm saying?
It
People were
still
getting
work.
jobs. It still works. I'm a
You're
for the short period of
monitoring
time I was on it. It taught me a lot. It put me on the right path to be able to, just have a little bit of structure and then be comfortable with, like, just relaxing and chilling and working and, just living a normal life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm a big fan of home electronic monitoring. I really am. I think it could be utilized way more than what it is. And I've read this, that it costs $180 a day for a federal inmate a day. It costs $13 a day to have my home electronic monitor. Like, why would you
Do the math.
Why would you want to spend that much more money? You know what I'm saying? When you don't have to.
Then they wonder why people think that the system is designed.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And yeah, and that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, damn. I was excited because I was like, damn, it's really working. Like, I kind of thought that it might have been a little different, but I ain't know. You know what I mean? But I saw that it was working, and I heard that it was working, and and I was just like, well, that's a good sign. Maybe this whole incarceration thing could look different, and it can.
It definitely can.
You could do your time in your household, and they're monitoring you the whole time. You feel me? And you're not doing nothing. So what's I don't know why it's not more of that. And I'm definitely going to advocate for more of that. Sheesh, this is good, man. This is good. A lot of good information. So you did time in the Fed and the state.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Can you just give me maybe a little bit of a comparison, or like, maybe misconceptions?
Well, it's a lot of misconceptions, especially like being in the state first and doing the time I did in the state. And everybody like, man, I wish you would have went to the Feds. The Feds better.
Yeah.
The Feds
I
better.
remember
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going through my situation this last time, and the only little sliver of light is that I know I'm going to the Feds. You feel what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'm going to the Feds. It'll be better than the state.
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen, it was all right for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But once shit go bad, like once you get on that path, getting in this and getting in that and this label and that label and getting moved around, or it's just like, it's a different environment altogether. Like the state, you can be on your own type of time. You can be your own type of time in the Feds too, but it's more of a, it's the Feds, it's people from everywhere. So you're gonna be around who you're like or who you gravitate towards too, and more likely than that, it's people from where you from. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So in the state, it's just everybody from Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, it's a different atmosphere completely. It's a
what
big,
about like the programs, or like comparison of programs?
I would say that I still would lean towards the state in my experience, because I obtained like legit.
Can you
trades.
speak on some of the trades and certifications that you got?
Well, in the state, I got small engine, landscaping. I obtained my GED in the state. You know what I'm saying? In the Feds, I obtained things too. Like I finished a 1,000-hour AutoCAD class, certified through the state of Virginia.
Congrats.
But it's just like the process of doing that in the Feds, like me knowing somebody got me in the class. Like the wait list for the class was 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
because
that's something that need to be improved for sure.
Absolutely. It was computer access, so it was teaching you how to use things, computers, drawing on computers, blueprints, all that type of stuff, which is easy transitional to the streets right now. You know what I'm saying? You could go work for a construction company, an engineering company, anything like that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
It's needed, high demand.
But I just feel like the state made it easier for you to like enroll in those type of programs. The GED process for me, I didn't take my GED in the Feds, but I've been around dudes that were going through the process, and the process was way different and way smoother in the state. But the Feds do offer like the jobs probably pay more. The jobs.
Yeah,
are
how
more
much do
resourceful.
the jobs pay? Because I know in the state it was crazy, like 20 cent. 20
Yeah, the
something.
jobs in the feds, depending on what job it
Depending on
is,
where you are,
and
though.
the level of pay you getting, it could be up to like when I first got to the feds, you had 2-3 jobs. All of them can be making like 150, 200 a month. You could be getting like
Good.
600.
I mean, that's way better than the state.
way better. You know what I'm saying? If you-
That's
if-
livable, honestly.
you a grade one?
But that, like the commissary, is it the same pricing
Commissary
wise?
about the same pricing wise.
So then that's all right, but
It's high everywhere. Commissary
Still
high
not
everywhere.
good.
You know
That's-
what I'm saying? So it was the commissary is about the same. You know, you don't have your own TV in the feds. It's like TV rooms, and it's just a lot of politics in the feds, as they say. You know, it's a lot of
Yeah.
politics. You know, you got to move a certain way when you're moving with a certain group of people, and you know,
Yeah.
you got to have respect for this group of people, and they got to have respect for you, and this.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the state has gravitated towards that now.
It definitely was kind of like
It's-
that, but it wasn't.
From the people I talk to that's still incarcerated, it's kind of the same as far as the feds is now. But when I was in the state, you know, when we was in the state, it was more of a open atmosphere as far as that go. You still mess with who you mess with, but like in the feds, like, you know, if something happened with these people and these people, he like go
Yeah,
go all the way to the moon.
Yeah, they don't.
You
Don't
know what I'm
come
saying?
back.
Go
But
to the
yeah,
moon and be, you know.
yeah,
So it's a different atmosphere in the feds though, for sure.
most definitely.
More money in the feds in all aspects. I will say that. Like as far as inmates go, as far as buying and selling commodities, as far as the staff, all that is more money involved in the feds. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot more money involved.
I definitely would think that too, for sure. I guess like we kind of I guess touched on the reentry process and what they can improve on. Did we? Or is it that, no, I don't think not really. No. Like really, what do you feel like they could have improved on? Because we did touch on the HEI, but just anything like coming out that they could have made better.
The thing that's the most important is the communication. Just communicate the same message. You know what I'm saying? Like if in the feds you have a unit team, which is your case manager, counselor, and unit manager. Everybody has a job, you know, but everybody has the same information. If I go to you and you tell me one thing, and I go to you and you tell me something different, y'all both on my unit team, like, you know, the communication is not there.
It's off.
You know, so being on the same page and communicating is the first step I think they need to do better with in the federal system. It's a little different in the state. Like the state just like, you got 30 adjustment days and then you know what I'm saying? That's all they can really take from you. You know what I'm saying at that point. But in the feds, you earn halfway house time. You earn time off your sentence and stuff like that by programming, working, stuff like that. So it's more at stake. So it seems more like devastating if things don't go the way you plan them to go as far as your unit team go. You know what I'm saying? And they're not communicating with you. Why my halfway house date not put in, or what we looking like as far as putting me in for halfway house, or how much can you request for me for halfway house, like stuff like that.
Because I know you had to do a lot of that on your own, what you told me, and kind of like getting yourself home. Like we didn't really touch on that, like your fight to come home and how you got home earlier, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was just like I had already had that in my head that I was gonna be real proactive about my reentry and, you know, doing things I could do on my end, because I've seen so many dudes get, you know, spun around the block when it comes to halfway house time or getting out this or whatever. Like I seen people get spun, so I had already had it in my head like, all right, if I can find out this little bit of information, I can do this myself. If I can find out this little bit of information, what halfway house you putting me in for, I can call them every day until I know they got my paperwork. Or if
so was that what you were doing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I want the people to know,
Yeah,
because
I definitely was calling, and I had my peoples calling. You know what I'm saying? Like it definitely was a group effort.
because you had to, because nobody else was doing it.
You know,
they weren't doing the
either they
communication,
or they just wasn't present. They wasn't at work. People taking weeks and weeks off.
Yeah, that,
and it feel like it's happening just because you need something.
You're damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
yeah,
you know, moving around the compound, going to different case managers, getting them, you know, begging them to do it for me. Like, man, look, this lady ain't been here in 2 weeks. My release date is such and such. I'm just trying to get my date back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's good ones that know how to do their job, that know how to communicate, and will help you. You know what I'm saying? And will do what they can to help
Definitely.
you. So
shout out to them.
It's not all bad. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's always some good ones in there. So you just got to prove off the effort and do the things that you can do, that you can control. It ain't a lot, but you gotta control it.
Yeah, definitely, man. You can't expect someone else to do it, because it definitely may not happen.
I'm telling you.
For sure. So let's talk about all the, because I know that we communicated during your incarceration. Maybe not as much as I wanted to. I'm gonna be 100, but you know how that go.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, like all the ideas and thoughts that you sent to me, I just want you to project that to the world. Like how was your thought process, and like, you know what I mean? How was the process of you continuing things that you started before you left, but still making them relevant this whole time that you've been gone? You know, you've been relevant still.
That's all I was really trying to do, is just stay relevant, you know, and just give people something to look forward to. I'm just blessed and I'm honored that people even want to see or listen or wear or hear or do anything. They got to do anything I got going on. I'm blessed for that, you know. And I try to stay relevant. I try to just create things that will appeal to people, you know what I'm saying? And the people that I deal with, the people that always dealt with me, it's like kind of like a grassroots following with the people I deal with the things I got going on as far as like clothes or whatever. It's just, it's this loyalty for real, and I'm blessed to have that. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely. Yeah. What would you say are some of maybe like one of the best connections that you made inside during, because I know we meet some very good people, just say the least, you know what I mean? So like, what was one of the best connections or in there that you think?
I met some good brothers inside, and just I don't know if I can say the best, but because I'm still in communication with all of these guys, man. Like, it's hard to say, man, like the best one, but it's just the connections, period, you make. Like, and it was the same on my state bid when I came home. But I used them resources and connections for the wrong things. You know, I dealt with them on like street time and dealing with that. And it still was the right people to be dealing with, because them the ones I could count on, because we've been through that together. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, but now at this point in my life and what I'm striving to do, everybody I still communicate with, man, it's like a resource. It's a you know what I'm saying? It's a mutual. We got a mutual mindset to do certain. We're not doing the same exact thing, but we striving for the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I got dudes everywhere I talk to: Charlotte, Chicago, Buffalo.
It's a brotherhood, right?
It's a brotherhood. Like, man, they call and ask me for stuff, and if I can help them, I will. And I call and ask them for stuff. It's a network, man, and it works. And it's a lot of the times it's no money exchange between you for no services that somebody rendering for you. It's just for the love of the conversations we had, the things we said we was gonna do, and how we said we was gonna do them, and them conversations stick with them people. Like my man in Chicago, he be like, man, hey, you know, I got access to the magic show out in Vegas, man. If you can get out there with me, man, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Because he know I do the clothes. These are conversations we had. So he just called me out the blue and tell me something like that.
Exactly.
That's a network. That's a resource. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So I can't narrow it down to one person, but just the relationships.
That was perfect.
That I have garnered in that situation. Them shits is priceless.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no number I can put on them.
Yeah, because I know certain individuals that I reconnected with from the state and during my time to this day that I still talk to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's powerful, the bonds that are built behind those closed walls and the determination. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that, I guess, like, I don't really want to touch on negative. I really want to just do more positive. But you could share, like, one of the hardest times, maybe, that you, like, you know what I mean? Experience.
Incarcerated?
Overall, yeah.
COVID.
That's perfect, too, because I kind of wanted to touch on it a little bit. So, yeah.
COVID. That shit was
that?
like a, shit was different. And I done time in a lot of places. And I done a lot of time. That shit was hard.
I could imagine, though, like, being in there thinking, like, this could be the end. Because, like, people is dropping in and out.
And then, like, jail is the most uncertain situation you will ever be in. There's no certainty. You don't have control over nothing. But you throw COVID on top of that, the uncertainty is times a million.
For sure.
You're not coming out your cell. If you don't got no phone, you're not using the wall phone. You know, this like for the first month, it's no phone. You taking a shower once, twice a week. Like, it's bad. Like, it's like you go from
lockdown,
free moving, like, to just go anywhere you want to go, when you want to go, to don't go nowhere. You don't go get no tray. You don't go nowhere. You just living in a bathroom with another person. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
24 hours a day.
I do.
You feel me? Like, just let that sink in.
Oh, my God.
You and another person live in a bathroom. There's no way in the hell I can put myself through that again.
Never.
That's the possibility of what can happen if I go back to jail, another COVID. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that shit.
Facts. That COVID is crazy. Crazy. Yeah, because in our program, we started out going into jail and stuff like that. That was different for me going inside. Yeah. You know, still had a little phobia for sure. Like,
it's the smell.
Look, I don't know what they gonna think or say. You feel me? I just be like, nah, I'm trying to get up out of here quick.
That shit got that certain smell when you walk in that door and boom.
Sure. It's better to say every time too.
It is that. It's like it's desperation, man. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. Man. That shit, you can smell the desperation in the air.
Damn, that definitely paint the picture, bro, for sure. But no, so now, like, being out now, what are some of your future goals and projects for us to look out for? And because you touched on what you do with the clothing, but just like the brand and everything, you know.
Well, yeah. As far as the brand goes, I'm definitely trying to push it in a different direction. As far as like, just now that I'm able to get my hands on stuff and able to like really embrace what fashion is and realize that I love everything about fashion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the direction that I'm going with it. I'm doing a lot of low quantity, high quality stuff.
Facts.
I'm also doing like mainstream stuff like, you know, hats, sweatsuits, hoodies, t-shirt, like the you know what I'm saying? But I'm doing a lot of things that's like low quantity, you know what I'm saying? Very limited quantity, but high quality. Pieces.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Not quite one-of-ones. It won't be nothing like that, but it won't be a lot of people with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be selective with who I even approach, you know, to wear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I style university because I just feel like, you know, it's the lessons in fashion, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, fashion is my passion. Like, you know, it's like, I love clothes. I love everything to do with fashion. I love everything, but and to bring art into it is just like so much more. It's just so much, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like Style University was the name because I wanted to learn everything about fashion, and I want to provide everything I learned about fashion to whoever I can provide it to. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
You know, I just recently finished the welding class, so I'm thinking about really going to business for myself with that. I don't know if I want to really work for nobody as far as that go. I want to do that like on my own time because I do like to do that too. You know, I didn't know I was gonna like it, but I
can't
really
wait
like
to learn that too.
Yeah, I really like doing that. So I got that going on. Some other things that's about to be happening that I ain't gonna really talk about right now, but just be on the lookout.
That's what I know.
Yeah, you know.
I was wondering if you was going to announce that. Yeah, but we gonna keep that talk.
Just so it ain't all the way official yet. So it'll be, you know, y'all. It'll be some type of announcement, some type of way. More than likely on the Freedom for Felons podcast is gonna be announced. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, just other little things I'm doing. Management company, consulting and management company with my brother Quells. We doing a little something. We got a few potential artists with that. We got one guy that does movie scripts and plays and writes books. Trying to negotiate something with him right now.
Is that the brother that's incarcerated?
Yeah.
I wanted you to talk about him.
Man, dude dope, man.
Yeah.
Dude is dope. Like his vision, his imagination, and his work ethic. It got me beat. It's like me on steroids. Like
I'm gonna just share this, and then I want you to share a little bit more because I'm gonna be real with you. Like I had a homeboy from Richmond. You might remember him, Shad Yellow.
Yeah, I remember Shad.
Yeah. So he told me, and you probably remember this too. But he was like, he write books, and I was like, yeah, I wrote a book. Blah, blah, blah. I ain't gonna lie, like I believed him, but I didn't know how he wrote a book. You know what I mean? And I ain't judging. Like but when I say he blew my mind with that, like first of all, the way that I was able to read it, legible, like his handwriting was just crazy.
Yeah.
But the story was just crazy.
Yeah,
man.
lost in it.
Like, I really read all of those papers out there. So just like the talent, you know what I mean? I'm sure. And you said how many books did he write? Or what was he all
wrote
into?
7 books already. He working on his 3rd play. You know,
Plays.
And he has he's wrote this thing called a poker Bible. And the thing about him is, so when you locked up, they play different types of poker. They don't just play Texas Hold'em. They don't just play whatever the other one is. You know what I'm saying? They play other games like Paducah and highball and lowball and you know, chase games that make you chase the money. Yeah. So he's introducing that to the world. Like, and the way he's doing it is so unique. It's so needed. You know what I'm saying? And he's just creative, man. And I he's a dude that I gravitated to when we first got to the feds. Well, when I first got to the feds, he came from another spread or whatever. And it's just his work ethic, man. He's a hustler, but he's also an imaginative dude that his imagination is like, you definitely gonna see this out here soon. If I got anything to do with
Where is he from?
He from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Yeah. Older guy, though. He a little older than me. Probably pushing 50.
When he come home? He got a date? As
of right now, I don't know what his date is right now. I know he do got some time left.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but he working on that aspect of it, too. Like, he's a worker. He not gonna rest until he get his results.
Can you just talk a little bit about maybe that, like individuals that you know that fought for, like, just in how? Because I know in the state it was people fighting, of course, too. The law libraries and things like that, the access. Like, can you talk about that a little bit? Like, because I just imagine, and I always, like I told you before one time, like I want to connect them brothers somehow, like on the outside, because I'm sure they are in a smaller way, but like if they all came together, you know what I mean? Listen. Like that's just crazy the way they get each other home. You know what I mean?
The knowledge that these dudes got that's behind these walls when it comes to the federal legal system. Like a lot of people, when I talk and I give help or people ask me questions, they think I know a lot. I don't know shit. These dudes know so much, man, when it comes to that federal law and what you can do, how you can do it, how you can go about it. Like, and they can call so much case law like right off their head, and it's just like, it's amazing to me. And then the other part that's amazing is to see dudes like that won't give up. They don't give up.
You can't if they don't.
I can't. I'm looking at these guys right here. These guys don't have no number as they time. These dudes got letters.
Yeah.
These dudes got LIFE.
Yeah.
But they not giving up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They on that. They on that law library computer every single day. The maximum amount of time it allows you to do it.
Do you know how long can you spend in there? And like, how is the access to it?
See, since COVID, they came and put a law library computer in every unit.
Oh, okay.
So it's one in every unit, and it's always any unit you be in, it's gonna be that one dude that's always on it.
Oh.
He don't never, but he ain't in the way because dudes use it. It might be, if you're in a big unit, it might be one upstairs and one downstairs. So it'll be two.
Okay.
But it's always that one dude that's working, man. He
Is
pushing.
he usually helping others or what?
He the one you gonna ask.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, such and such, man. Hey, look, I got this detainer notice in the mail saying, he's like, oh man, all you gotta do is go to records, do this, bit, fill out this form, and bop, and that's it. Yeah,
I remember when we was in the blocks, Gavin. Remember Gavin White? Because he was in the feds.
He was in the feds
at that time, and like he taught us a lot then, just telling us.
And just being around that, you gonna pick up so much about the law. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna pick up like, and it's all really common sense stuff. It's stuff that makes sense when you think about like, okay, that makes sense. But just picking up what you picking up from being around these dudes. And I'm just picking up crumbs of information.
Yeah, so just only
you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It'll be great to build some type of collective where you can get them dudes, because it's 150, 160,000 people in the federal system, and it's 180 institutions in America.
And they already doing it. So like then if they come together as a collective, they can get funded somehow. They can fundraise that and then brought more people out because they have more
resources,
tools.
man.
Yeah,
you know
more
what I'm
resources.
Saying? But the federal system, I will say this about the federal system too. They whole technology thing is so prehistoric. Like their email system prehistoric.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, but that's by design.
I know it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's by design, just so it can't be infiltrated or, tampered with, or it's so prehistoric.
They want to contain it.
They want to contain everything, control everything. So, I mean,
they want to control how many people get out and all of that. Like they know they did the math. We know they did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's crazy, but that's definitely a good insight. What about expungement? I know that's a newer topic because Virginia never had expungement at one time. How do you feel expungement could help you? And just like as a whole, how important is that to you?
As far as expungement goes, at this moment, it's not as important as I think it will be for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real though.
Yeah. At this very moment, I just know that that's not blocking me from anything that I want to do immediately. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I can see how it could block me from things I want to do in the future.
That's important.
You know what I'm saying?
Because sometimes we just don't think that far ahead.
And the reason I feel this way is from having conversations with you, because I never even cared about it. But when you brought up the conversation with me, like probably by the first month I was off the box and we kicked it, and I'm like, man, expungement, I don't really care about it. Then I just start thinking about like the doors it could open when I get to a certain point where I'm gonna need help to open the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I do think I'm definitely on board with trying to figure out a way to do that for myself and figure out a way where that can be something that other people can, like somebody can do something, create some way for, for it to be more of a thing for individuals that want they expunge, they record expunge.
Definitely, because we don't know how many different ways it affects us. You know what I mean?
Until it affects you.
Yeah. Because it even affects your credit and all kinds of stuff, and people you don't see it. You don't really see it. They see it though. And it's like a magnifying glass. So expungement is important, and I definitely advocate for it. And I know that even when I was advocating for it, I knew that it was going to take time.
Yeah.
Especially for type of charges and cases, especially felonies and things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, or whatnot. But
Class A felonies. You know what I'm saying? They act like them.
Yeah.
They act like all them joints is wild. You know what I'm saying? They act
Yeah.
like all them joints are body and stuff.
Well, really, Virginia and their classification of charges is just crazy anyway. Everything in Virginia is against the law.
But when you, and that's another thing that the
Commonwealth.
feds showed me. It's like that everywhere, because I got incarcerated in Atlanta, Georgia, and their legal system is upside down. Like their local legal system, state legal system is upside down.
And they have been put on the spotlight with these
Exactly.
recent cases, so I could definitely see that.
It's like being in a jail with these dudes, and you did what? It was like so like I couldn't believe that that's what was happening, or that's how they went about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like that everywhere. Virginia is kind of magnified because of the Commonwealth moniker, but the laws is messed up everywhere, man.
Definitely.
It's just different laws in different places that's you like, that's a law? Like that's a felony?
Yeah.
In this state, like you like
yeah,
what?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's every state got their little giddy up with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Virginia ain't the only Commonwealth either, but Virginia, what I will say, and I don't know what your experience, that's what I kind of want to touch on. Your experience during your releases compared to your past release, like, what do you feel is the biggest difference? Like, when you came home back in the day.
I came home the first time, it was just like, you at home. That's it. Go see your PO. You at home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they call you that morning, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The federal process, report here, do this. They keep a little bit of structure on you just to like kind of push you along the way and not let you do all this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, sometimes people get right out, like immediate release situations, or people that don't qualify for halfway house, things like that.
Yeah.
You'll get right out. You know what I'm saying? Or usually when you don't qualify for halfway house, though, it's because you got a detainer, which means you're going to another institution when your release date come.
Okay.
So you're not going to get right out anyway.
Yeah.
But
because you got warrants and all that.
something like that could be something simple. That's one thing I would say about Virginia. I don't give what it is. They want you to appear. I don't care where you at.
They're
You can
coming
be
to
locked-
get you.
You can be locked
They're
in
coming to get
Alaska.
you. They definitely coming.
I got to see your face.
I know they coming to get you.
I got to see
They
your
don't care what it is.
in person, no Zoom. I got to look at you right here. I don't care what it is. Trespassing, I need to see you.
Get
You
on
know
that
what I'm saying?
flight. It's just you on that flight.
You know what I mean? But the state, it was just sudden you out from, it go from this shit over here moving slow as hell to this shit over here moving fast as hell.
100 miles.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I felt it that time.
Yeah.
I felt the speed change. This time I didn't, because I kept it kind of slow with the home electronic monitoring and being in the little halfway house
It was
situation.
a process.
It was a process, and it got me used to the speed of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not too fast. Getting a job and having to get up and go to work every day, but still having to ask permission. Like, I want to go to the gym, or I want to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
You still got to get permission for those things when you're on the box. So it was like, it just brung me along to get used to the speed of real life. You know what I'm saying? So I would prefer this way. And it gave me time to think and make rational decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause it wasn't moving too fast. I got out that time. I was smoking the next day. You feel me? Like, shit was moving too fast, bro. I'm like, man, give me that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had some bullshit in my hand the next day.
Yeah.
Bruh, 10 years, next day, I got some shit in my hand already. How insane is that? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real,
But this
though,
time,
that you can look back on that
Yeah.
though, and say that, because some people, they just don't really acknowledge it. Whether that's them, you know what I mean? But
You
it's
got to.
like, for real, like, how are we gonna make any changes if we don't acknowledge, and learn from the past?
man,
That's insanity. You feel me?
it was too fast. I would definitely prefer a gradual bring along, a little transitional house, a home electronic monitor, anything, any type of little bit of structure to go from all the structure to no structure is a bad way to transition.
I'm gonna share like one of my re-entry experience back in the day when they had a halfway house, like state halfway house, because now they don't have really they don't have a state halfway house here. But shout out to the brothers and everybody else that has other places for people, for individuals to go to, like Keys to Love and the Oxford House, George's Healing House for the women, and Sandra Carter's house. You know, just people putting on for the city and making an opportunity. I want to ask, what does freedom mean to you, or how much does it mean to you now and how you value it?
As far as freedom, this is the first time I've been free. Even the time I was out the last time. This is the freest I ever felt. And this is the best feeling ever. This is the only thing above this shit is the birth of my kids. Like to actually be free and feel free, don't have no handcuffs on myself. I ain't put no handcuffs on myself to have me looking around and having to do things in an unorthodox manner that you're not supposed to be doing. Like freedom is this right here, man. The will and the freedom to be able to do anything you want, don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about nothing because I ain't doing nothing I ain't supposed to do. That's a great feeling.
If you could only if they could only get that feeling, because once you do, you're not gonna risk it. You know what I mean? Like this shit is, I already know.
And I'm over 40 years old, and I'm just getting this feeling for the first time, probably ever. Definitely in my adult life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So. But you don't realize until you really feel really free that you wasn't free them other times. You still was in a box. You know what I'm saying? Even
what is it minus the bars?
That's what I'm saying. Even your circle was a box. The circle of people you had around was a box. That shit was a cage. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that shit was keeping you boxed in because that's who you was around, and it was the same shit.
And a lot of that be circumstantial. You really learn that like. Because y'all shared the same struggle, or you were in the same, vicinity. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why y'all were that. And you got to live and learn from those type of things. And that's, You
definitely do, man. It's, but feeling free is a great feeling, man. I love it. I love it every day. I'm appreciative every day. Everything I do is just like, I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? Every decision I make, I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I don't have to worry about nothing. It's nothing to worry about when I make the decision to do whatever I decide to do because I'm not doing nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Definitely. That longevity is everything. Building a legacy for our children.
Absolutely.
And that's another thing like that your pops taught me. You know what I mean? With Vinegar Hill. And all the great things that he's doing in the community, man. What could you say in the little bit of time that you've been out is the biggest community issue or like that you see right now? Because back then it was a different time. So just if you could, what's the biggest issue you see in the community that need to be addressed?
My biggest issue in the community is maybe the community as a whole, as far as like how we move as a community. That's my whole thing. Like, I don't feel like we move as a community. Like, I just feel like it's a whole bunch of entities that's moving all different type of directions. You know what I'm saying?
I do too.
It's not really one path. We not attacking one thing at it not one thing at a time, but the direction. Our attack isn't directional. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just...
It's like this person doing it over here, this person doing it over there, scattered.
So I feel like that you moving as a community, you know what I'm saying? Which is come in unity. That's what it come. Yeah. Come to unify.
Breaking it down.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
define.
You have to move unified as a community. You got to move unified and have a direction and just push forward into whatever we feel like needs to be addressed this time, then what needs to be addressed this time, like as a community. You know what I'm saying? And
I agree.
I'm big on community. I might not be as seen in the community or doing a lot of things in the community right at this moment, but if I wasn't big on the community, I wouldn't be here because I have the option not to be here.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I could be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So I would never abandon my community. I'm gonna do what I can for my community, and I mean, you know, I've had a lot of discussions with a lot of guys that's prominent in the community right now, and I got a lot of things coming up that I want to do. It's on a small level right now.
Yeah.
But we just want to do it. It's dope ideas, and it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be cool.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah, man. Well, any shout outs that I know that can get, crazy, but if you want to plug or any plugs, social medias, anything where people can find you.
Any of that? I mean, the clothes, Instagram, Style University 700. TikTok, the same thing. Threads, this is Swizzy. Facebook, go like the page, man, the business page, man, Style University.
Follow, go cop.
Hit me up, man, whatever you need.
It's quality.
I probably got it. It's definitely quality. Got some tech suits about to drop like in the next week, so
stay tuned.
Get ready for the fall. Man, this other stuff I'm doing, like this other stuff I'm doing is next level, man. You know what I'm saying? These are a pair of jeans right here, man. I'm trying to mess with the denim a little bit, get it together. All the distressing, everything I'm doing all that myself. You know what I'm saying? By hand, one man. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Doe Man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Freedom for Felons.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody. Prolific Run Crew. Shout out to all my guys. Just everybody that's been supportive. And that's really about it, man.
Yeah, man. Definitely shout out to everybody in the community that's doing their thing. And we definitely hope to have my homeboy as a co-host in the future.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean? Because that would mean a lot to me and the community. You know what I mean? It just makes sense, to be honest with you. This conversation was just, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Effortless. And it was valuable. So thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Welcome home.
I appreciate
Freedom for Felons.
that, man. Yes, sir.